Yeah, I think that's obviously what people can like relate to, kind of. It's not just us giving hot takes. It's just chit chatting. Sorry, yeah, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I feel like everyone does some sort of top five or like ranking of stuff. Like that's a pretty basic one that no one has wise guy of the week or unwise guy of the week. I don't really do that anymore. uh, conspiracy chair, no one does that, but we also did that like 3 times. Yeah, it's all sitting there waiting. I'm gonna actually try to do some clips this time and get on TikTok. I was thinking about it today, and I was like, why have I not been like using TikTok? Like it. Well, no, I think I'm just gonna clip like small segments of our like 30-second conversations, like the best of the best. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, if it's like relevant stuff, like if we do, I don't know, stuff will come up. The Will Smith one actually did kind of well. So, yeah, that's true. Wait, what? What? Said like our account expired. I think. When's your birthday? Oh, 1986. Okay. Yes, 36 old is correct. All right, yeah, never mind. We're good. Right. Yeah. What are we starting with? Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Yep. 908. Mm-hmm. You guys doing? Oh, there you go. It's in a pile. It's like Golden Boy, Seinfeld T-shirt. Uh huh. Yeah, dude, I had to have lost like 12 socks last semester. It was like I would be because every time you're putting them back into the pairs, and every time I did laundry, like, oh, this guy's missing one. And sometimes they turn up, but I'd say maybe like 30% of the time. It's a lot of fallen soldiers. My apartment was a graveyard. Right. Yeah. Right. Now, is this dresser? Is this? Sorry to stay on that, but is this something you have to put together? If it's going in the mail, it's got to be. Oh yeah, that's yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Let's just say crisscross applesauce. Right. Okay. There you go. Seems like an efficient usage of space. I put together my bed frame yesterday. So yeah. I moved in our lease started yesterday, but so I moved all my stuff in yesterday. Not all my stuff, but my big stuff. And I guess I'm just gonna let it sit for a week. Because classes don't start. No, house. Yeah. So classes don't start for another 11 days. So if I went back like at the start of the lease, I'd be there for 2 weeks, just with nothing to do. So I'm staying for a week to work, and they'll all be waiting for me. Yeah. Hmm. Well, what's even worse is when the professor is quick with it and they take like 15 minutes to explain the syllabus, and then they're like, it's pretty self explanatory. And then they're like, boom, all right, first lecture. It's like, no, come on. What are we doing? Hmm. Hmm. The chair just going. Yeah, that's always nice. Even if it's like a minute early, it's like, yep, let's go. Everybody out. And the teacher or the professors or TAs, especially TAs, cannot control it. It's not like, guys, the bell doesn't dismiss you. I do. It's like when time hits, we're out of here. That's torture. That's torture. I can hear us on YouTube. Um, I can hear me. I heard you when I pulled it up earlier. I can't hear you now.
Man.
Yeah, it's only me.
Yeah, now is it better now?
Wait, there's a delay.
It should be better
Yeah,
now.
I can hear you now.
Damn it. Hello and welcome to the Wise Guys podcast. Uh I'm your host, Brief Chilled, and we just lost the whole first half of that episode.
How was
Luckily,
it? First half. That was a
first
5-minute
quarter.
conversation
All
about
right,
your
five
dresser.
quarter. Yeah, for first quarter. All right, whatever.
If we could pick a segment to get rid of,
It would be
I
that
think
one.
it was the
It would have been
dresser
the. It would have been the
conversation
dresser.
and first day of classes.
Well, so if you were live, you got to see a nice conversation of Chris talking to no one about a dresser. My audio was off. I realized it right when we were talking. But if you're listening to podcast
I checked
form,
it before we went on. and
I don't know what
it
they said.
sounded good to me.
I thought it was fine. But whatever. If you're listening to podcast form, hello. We're doing great. I'm getting a dresser soon. That's all you need to
It's
know.
water under the bridge.
Yeah.
At this point.
So let's get right into it. LeBron James is going to be a Laker for 2 more seasons.
Great move.
Yeah, let's just all hop on the Titanic. Let's take a nice joyride
at least I think that
on the Titanic.
he probably, the way he's looking at it is like, if he tries to switch teams again, like, it's just going to continue to damage his legacy. Like, he
I don't
might as
know.
well
KD
just
doesn't care.
ride it out. KD doesn't care, but his
Okay.
legacy is also damaged because of it.
That's true.
Like, you're not going to look at KD the same way as you are like guys that win the same amount of championships and stayed on the same team.
Yeah,
And if he was
no,
a better player,
of course.
he
Of
bounced
course.
around.
So you think that's what it is? You think it's just because it looks like he's trying to line it up again with Bronny, and the high school thing, straight out of high school, didn't work because he's not good enough. But
No, he's like a 4-star recruit.
yeah, no, he's just getting his
It's, like,
offers
not
in
that
now.
big of a deal.
No, he's not. So
I-
my opinion on that, Bryce, the younger one,
Mhm.
he's the real baller.
Yeah,
I think
that's what I've heard.
I think Bronny
And he's
can play,
huge,
but-
right?
Oh yeah, he's bigger than his brother already. I think he's like
Yeah,
6'8" already. He's a monster.
Sucks
kid.
for the kid, the one named Bronny, to be the worst one.
My favorite quotes when
That's a
it comes
bummer.
to Bronny is LeBron's quotes of like, oh, like he can't wear 23 just because like it's too much pressure. Like people are gonna know he's my son, and it's like I think
You named
I
him
think
LeBron Jr.
LeBron James Jr. being announced will actually change that. I don't care what number he is. I'm not gonna be like, man, who's that James Jr.
Right.
kid wearing
Wait, who is
0?
that guy? Yeah, you put a target on his back from the day that shot him out of the womb, and you're like, LeBron Jr.
So is this? Did you think this? Do we think Irving's on the way?
I don't know.
It's funny. I don't
Just
know,
why
and I don't
not?
care anymore.
I don't really care.
I
that
don't even
much
think they're going to be
either.
good with Kyrie. If they get Kyrie and just have the same exact team, I saw their lineup. Like they had their closing lineup that people projected on Twitter. That shit was dookie. Like bad.
I love them. I love them so much.
When you see the lineups, you're like, Toscano Anderson is gonna play clutch minutes with Steve. Wait, Stone Cold Steve Austin, whoever they call him. What's his name?
Who?
Austin. Yeah, isn't it Austin Reeves?
The white guy?
Yeah, AR-15.
Okay. Oh my gosh. I can't.
This Rangers
believe
loss
you.
is laughable, and LeBron.
When it's like, if Anthony Davis is a top 5 player in the league, like he was in the bubble, then it's like
If-
it could work. Or if Russell Westbrook was like
if he like did
Russell
something,
Westbrook.
yeah. If he actually like came off the bench, or I don't know, stopped needing to be the ball dominant. But clearly it doesn't work.
And he's just more of a negative than he is a positive. Westbrook.
Oh, if he's
He's
on
just
the court,
out there
he's
throwing the
negative.
ball away and shooting 12% from the floor. So I love the people that still try to defend him. Like, he won an MVP. It's like,
Hey,
yeah,
he'll get you 18-7. He'll get you 18-7, man. I swear. Like people are
at what
underrating.
cost?
He's
Like, how many
he's
shots does
starting
he have to
be
make to get you that 18?
overrated.
And how many
Or underrated.
turnovers? How many turnovers does he have to get you the 7 assists?
Yeah, how many clanks off the backboard does he need to get you that 18 points?
Yeah. And then I saw somebody posted the other day. It was a screenshot of his stat line from one game when he was on the Wizards, and it was like 26, 14, and 13, and they're like, Russ is really only like a year away from this. And I was like, that really wasn't that good of a season.
No, it just worked
Like,
out because Bradley
right.
Beal was fine with not doing anything that season.
Yeah, right.
He didn't care about that season.
It's not like they were a good team.
Yeah, he lost in the first round
numbers,
again.
and that's about it.
They won a play-in, though. The first ever.
Did win the play-in, yeah.
Live. What?
All live.
Yeah. Yep. All right. I have not much to say about this besides that he's not going to have $500 million made just from playing basketball.
It's pretty nuts. I think also, in all seriousness, I think he probably just likes LA.
Yeah, and he has the connections. His kids are already there at school.
Yeah.
The attention, you're right. Every time there's something wrong with the Lakers, which is a constant, it's all LeBron. So, yeah, you got a good point. All right, let's move on then. Let's talk about everyone's little favorite diddler, Deshaun Watson. Watson's suspension has now been officially moved up to 11 games. Still not as much as Calvin Ridley being suspended.
Yeah, like I guess it's better, but
yeah, that's all.
I guess that had to have been the compromise where they're like, all right, we don't want to do a whole year, so we'll do 11 games.
Yeah, correct. Like I don't know why there should be.
If you're gonna miss that much this season, you might as well just miss the whole thing anyway.
Yeah, honestly.
Like why not just go for the whole thing?
Yeah,
like that would make it way better for the NFL at least, just from like an optics point of view.
And it's just like a clean. That's like a clean. All right, a whole year. A nice clean reset.
Like just get out of our sight for a year.
Yeah.
We don't want to look at you.
No, because now we're gonna have to look at you, and it's gonna be like looming over everyone's head. Like especially if the Browns like stay like let's say they go 5-6 in the 11 games. Be like, oh, with Watson they could make a push, make a push
every game,
and then it's gonna be a story every single game.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess good for them for extending it and finding him, but that's like $5 million off of the
280 he got million guaranteed.
Yeah. So. Big whoop.
Yeah, and the quotes when you see like the owner and stuff, he's literally like, I was listening to the quotes earlier. He was talking about Deshaun, of course. And he was like, yeah, and like of course him being a quarterback's part of it. Like if he was some Joe Schmo, he wouldn't. And I was like, why would you say that? Of course. And he's like, look, it looks like he's being remorseful, even though I'm pretty sure he came out today and said he's still denying it. He's still denying that he's saying that he's innocent. Dude's a turd.
Well, I mean, what would be worse? Like him coming out and being like, yeah, I like.
He could come out and be like, look, I guess I need some help. Look, I guess the way I'm doing it's not right. Guess I gotta need some help.
I mean, clearly the PR team is just like, don't say anything. Just shut up.
Oh, yeah.
Don't say a word. And he's like, all right.
Probably because I wonder if I'm sure there's some legal thing. Like, I'm sure if he says anything, it's all on the record.
He could implicate himself. But what I don't understand is why, when I got the notification, it said, like, NFL and Deshaun Watson agree on suspension.
Yeah, why should he have to agree?
I don't understand.
Yeah, that's dumb as hell. And I saw, like, it was like...
I know Brady was not agreeing to a 4-game suspension for Deflategate.
I know, they took that shit to court. And I guess this had a court, right? But we didn't see anything of it. It wasn't as...
Yeah, well, and then the NFL appealed it.
And then where's that trial?
Again, didn't make any sense. That's what this is. This is like the settlement from that, I think.
Okay. That's so dumb.
I don't really understand what's going on, but they made it seem like it was a... Like
NBC Sports. Like, did Deshaun Watson dupe NFL into thinking he was accepting his responsibility? I love that, just thinking that he's sitting there with like his twindling mustache and a massager next to him, and he's just like, I duped them again. He's like, I showed that Roger, and I'll do it again too.
It's like the Riddler.
Yeah, exactly. sitting there in the jail cell. It's all how it's supposed to be, Batman.
Right.
It's all coming together.
You're right there with me.
Yeah, the whole.
We did this.
Yeah, the whole time.
Roger Goodell's like, what?
No, no, you're
No.
nothing, Deshaun. He's like, I've already won. All right, let's now that we're talking
Probably
about
shouldn't be
football.
laughing about this, should we?
No, he's a bad person.
Yeah.
We can make light.
That's our
We can try to
official
make,
stance.
yes, he's a bad
is-
person.
Yeah, he's a bad guy, and he should be suspended at least a year.
I agree. All right, let's move on. We're going on episode 2 of Hard Knocks. The Lions are back in our lives, and I just gotta say I love it.
I do too.
I'm in.
This is the best Hard Knocks in at least a couple years.
Yeah, I'm
for
in.
me.
It's definitely better than like those Cowboys seasons. Anything after the Raiders hasn't been good because it was Browns Raiders and that was peak.
Right.
And now I
Yeah,
think
Raiders
we're
was like-
coming back to some good stuff.
Yeah. Well,
And
the only thing about this, which honestly makes it even better, is when they do like all the dramatic stuff, and then you're like, but it's the Lions.
yeah,
They're gonna suck anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like that's part of the beauty of Hard Knocks is it's like, look at how hard they're working just to go like 3-14 again. Which is so sad for me to say, but I mean, if anyone's watching it and actually being like, "Oh, like I'm buying stock in the Lions this year," you're out of your mind.
Yeah, they should know it's all theater.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, of course, they're all still saying that stuff, and they're all getting hoorah'd and hyped up themselves, but it's still Jared Goff throwing the football out there.
He had that one nice throw.
He had a couple zingers. He did a good. He was a good starting QB in this. Like he felt like a professional in this one. The past couple Hard Knocks, this one he feels professional. All right, let's just start it out, and we have our guy. Rodrigo is definitely getting cut. He's finding his way off this roster somehow. Even though all the nice things that were said about him, and I found that weird. So they're in the meeting room,
like the backhanded compliments.
Yeah, and they're in the meeting room with all the other linebackers, and this dude's like, this guy was drafted in like the 6th round. This guy's and he's better than all of you. And it's like the dude's sitting right there and he's just like, thanks, coach. As all the looming massive linebackers are
Right,
next to
yeah.
him.
I felt so bad for him because that puts him in such an awkward situation because now he's like the teacher's pet, basically.
Yeah, he's got
So,
that.
he's like the
plaster right
nerd.
on him. No, and this episode, it's like pressure's on, dude. I expect this kid to be this guy to be great.
Yeah.
After seeing like
They're
all
like,
the videos,
oh, he's a 6th round talent, but they say that he's the best linebacker in the world. It's like, whoa.
Pretty
all right.
much. I was like, this
The
guy's
breaks.
Brian Urlacher.
Yeah, seriously.
I was like, let's do it. So,
and also like the nickname Rodrigo, like his last name is Rodriguez, so I don't understand like why they made such a big deal about that.
I didn't get that either. They were like,
It's really close to his actual name.
yeah, and people were like,
And
oh,
what's
I didn't know
funny
his-
about it?
People were like, oh, I didn't know his actual name was Rodriguez. I was like, just look at the back of the jersey. Like they wear jerseys every day that have their
Surprised
names
they don't
on
have
them.
Grit on the back of the jersey.
Every one of them, grit and grind, offense and defense. Yeah, I don't know what was up with the fascination with Rodrigo because they must have mentioned it a million times that his
It was like a
nickname-
10-minute segment.
yeah, of his name being Rodrigo.
Yeah.
But I like the
I don't know,
kid.
either.
I was ready for
either
a pass
he's-
trade a 3rd rounder for him.
I think that either he's like actually pretty good, or the Lions are just that bad where they have like name another linebacker on the Lions.
You got
So
me.
like
You got
they
me.
might just all be bad, and he's the best one out there, and it might just not be saying anything.
Yeah, that's true. It's like, yeah, I guess. And they also just need that guy that potentially might get cut. And the other guy that they brought up two on the chopping block, and David Blau, his head's already in the guillotine.
I have so much about David Blau.
He got himself written in and then written out immediately.
Well, first of all, his introduction is that his wife is an athlete.
And
It's
his
not that,
introduction
like,
is the
he's
coach.
quarterback.
The coach coming up going, Miss Blau here. I need a holler.
Yeah, right.
I need a holler.
Yeah, so that was the first thing where it's like, all right, this poor guy, like, he's getting cooked already. Like, they're more into his wife than him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they were
And
showing
it's like,
his wife, like, practice and stuff. I was like, oh, this guy's cut.
and then they were like, she got 20-something in Tokyo. It's like, all right, give me a break. Like, I didn't even know there's 20 people in the race.
Also, they go, and all of my teammates were there, and there's like 5 people in that room. I saw golf.
I did think that was cool.
about
They
it.
were like going nuts.
Yeah, but there was like 8 of them. Guy acted like all 52 men were there.
Yeah, right.
There was like,
It's like all the coaches too, and he's like, and you didn't know them. You didn't know any of them.
yeah. You didn't know a single one of them. They just wanted to see you run.
Oh man, I don't want David Blau. I want Tim Boyle.
Yeah, but Tim Boyle
I saw
seems
Tim
way more
Boyle
interesting.
once, like early on in the episode.
They
Mark
even-
Brunell was like, "You guys want some coaching advice? Throw it to our guys and not the other guys." Oh, it's
yeah.
like, why
that
even
was
leave that in there? That was brutal.
funny. So
But he said Tim, and I was like, "Yeah, it's Tim Boyle. There he is."
I love Tim. UConn guy.
Oh, is he? Of
Yeah.
course he is.
So the other guy also too, Chase. It's like Chase like McLeod or whatever. He's like the 3rd string. Didn't even play in the preseason, but he had that one moment with the little kid, and the little kid that was one of the coach's sons. I forget.
At the end.
Yeah, and the kid's just like talking to him, and he goes to Chase, and he's like, "Yeah, and I'm beating you in Pong again too." Chase. I was like, I want to see that. I want to see that rivalry.
Yeah.
I don't need to see
Yeah,
David
seriously.
Blau.
And why is that kid not a bigger part of it?
Oh, that kid seems like a
Like
hoot.
going around smack talking all the players.
Yeah, he seems like a blast.
Why is he? Maybe he will be. Maybe that's a preview for next episode.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Because like, what other player on the lines are you remotely interested in?
None of them. Like they
You
were
had
talking
to
about.
force them down your throats this far.
They forced DeAndre Swift. They were like him. They were like him. He's slow and has no dog in him.
I love the way that Deuce Staley just abuses him.
Dude,
And it's like, you could be the best though.
yeah. They're always like, and they were like, he has the talent level to be the best, and they're like, so he's not. They're like, it's his
Yeah,
3rd
right.
year, and he's a rising player. It's like, all right, it's his 3rd year as a running back.
Like running backs are very quick.
They
to
got you
ascend.
got to really spring out the gate, or else this thing isn't gonna come together. And sure, he's a fine player, but they were like, oh, like you could be one of the best backs in the league.
Well, when Deuce Staley said that, it made me want to draft him in fantasy.
But then he followed him up by saying he isn't a dog. He's like, got no dog in him. I was like, I don't want him then. Like, he was like hyping him up, and then he was like, he's slow and got no dog in him. And I was like, what the fuck? So
He goes on this whole monologue, and he's like, I can get it out of him though.
yeah. He's
Yeah, sure.
You'll unlock him. You'll unlock him.
By abusing him. I don't think he said a word the whole episode. It was just Deuce yelling at him.
So let's get to the game. And I always love it whenever they do. I love the actual game parts. It's always the best. And so first 2 plays of Aiden Hutchinson. I loved that whole segment. I'm not gonna lie. Like the women sitting up there, his dad sitting up there. And what I wrote
Again,
down,
the whitest people on
Yes.
the planet.
and his dad looks just like him. Like his dad is just like a carbon copy of him.
Uh-huh.
And my favorite quote is they're up there and one of the girls in the back looks up to the other one and goes, Marcus Mariota?
Yes. I have that same thing.
I was like, it's
And
the...
they just kind of glossed by, like the mom zoned in, and they're like, Marcus Mariota.
Yeah.
I was like, right?
Yeah, I was like,
how
yeah,
many
he's
fans are gonna
starting.
say that this season when Red Zone shows up. It's like, Marcus Mariota. It's like, what? He's on the Falcons now?
Dude, and he's starting?
That's not the first time that somebody will say that.
No,
this
and it
season.
won't be the last. You're right. There's going to be people at the game, like just like them, at the
Oh,
games.
yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Aw.
Wait, where's Matt Ryan? Like, he's in Indy now?
Ugh.
When they said that, I was like, HBO should have said something. Hey, by the way,
Yeah, I know.
he's on the Falcons now. He's wearing
Well,
number
the
1.
Falcons honestly are a more interesting team. We'll get to Jared Bernhardt later, the guy who got the touchdown, but They have more interesting people, I think. In the Ridley thing.
I know his story.
Earnhardt?
Yeah, lacrosse player, national
Yeah,
champion.
he was the player of the year in college lacrosse at Maryland. They won, or wait, no, they didn't win the championship that year because then they won this year. But he transferred to some D2 college or D2 school to play quarterback. They won the national championship. Him as the quarterback, and now he's in the NFL as a receiver and just caught the game-winning touchdown in a preseason game.
That's pretty sick.
It's all over the place.
It's funny when you say the game when they threw that, I was like, ooh, Ritter. Okay. Yeah, Ritter.
Well, then he also almost threw a pick that the guy dropped.
Yeah. That was two great back-to-back moments by Hard Knocks. Just David Blau literally just
dropping the and then coming to the bench. God, golly.
That was my favorite part because it's normally it's like, oh, like get up, you got another one in you, like another drive's gonna come, and he's just like, I'm done. He's like, I'm getting my ass cut. I was sitting out there and dropped the ball.
Like Jared Goff trying to console him, and you know that he's just like the worst guy to try to console. And Jared's just like, it's all right, man. Like, still need you.
No, when he said that, he was like, well, we still need you for this last drive, and he was just like, like he did not want to go in at all. And Jared Goff should have looked at him.
Yelled fudge.
Yes.
So
Jared Goff should have looked at him and been like, oh, you should have seen me my rookie year. Ball fumbling
seriously.
left and right. Is Blough he's been here, right?
No.
I've heard the name.
I'm sure he's played on Thanksgiving before.
Yeah, you're right. He has.
He's bad enough to have started a Thanksgiving game for the Lions.
By the way, was not mentioned in the show for some reason. But did you see that Jameson Williams is switching his number to number 9?
Did not see that.
He called Matthew Stafford to make sure it's fine. I guess.
Okay. That's why I was wondering why you even said that. But yeah. Why? Yeah, they shouldn't let him.
Nah, Matthew Stafford, I think, deserves better than that. I thought they should have.
It's like when Landon Collins tried to be 21 here. And people were like, no. You're not wearing 21. He's like, but I like Sean Taylor.
He was like, but he was my inspiration.
Yeah, it's like, who cares?
Nah. He's a free agent, isn't he? Because you guys cut him.
I don't know what he's doing.
He's the next. He's the next DJ Swearinger.
Yeah, right. DJ's good year was with us.
That's what I'm saying. I guess Landon Collins' good year wasn't.
No, Landon was terrible. That's why he got cut.
I'm aware. All right. What else do I have on him? I just have at the end, after the preseason game's over, Arthur Smith sighting. I saw the chinless in his action. Yeah.
The one person who we probably have made cry if they were to listen to this.
Oh, definitely. Lamar would hate us, and he would
for
cry.
no reason. I don't know if Lamar is like.
He's not a crier.
He's a crier.
No. Arthur Smith's a crier.
Arthur Smith is definitely.
I'll tell you right now, he's a crier.
Speaking of crying, did we get a Dan Campbell tear? I feel
this
like
episode,
we were close.
We were definitely close. I don't know if we got one. I wasn't paying attention that hard to see if we got a tear, but there was definitely some water in the ducts.
His voice was quivering.
Yeah, his voice was quivering a little bit.
When
they lost that game, I thought he was gonna explode.
So that was the other thing, that Hard Knocks does every year. They make the preseason games seem like it's the freaking NFC Championship.
Oh yeah.
When Blau fumbles that ball and everyone's like, "Oh no!"
Yeah.
Who cares?
And I love the dramatic music that they add to, and all the cutting effects. It's perfect. It's really
and half the stands are filled.
Yeah, there's no one there besides. Oh, we didn't even talk about the GOAT of this episode. Monra's dad, John. John Brown.
Mr. Iron Man.
Mr. Universe.
Oh, Universe.
Yeah. He needs to be. How is he not a coach in the NFL somewhere? Give him a strength and conditioning coach somewhere. A school. And
he just called out Kevin Durant for no reason, which was awesome. He's like, coaches always ask me, like, how my boy's so strong. He's like, because we work the whole body. Look at Kevin Durant. Tore his Achilles.
You ever seen him do a calf raise? That
guy was awesome.
Dude,
like,
that
just
was
taking digs for no reason.
no reason at all. There was nothing that instigated that. He was just like, they weren't even doing calf raises. He was just like, this man Kevin Durant can't do a calf raise.
But the other great part about him is he knew like everyone on the team.
Yeah.
He's like the high school parent who's like a little bit too involved.
Oh,
And like knows a little bit.
the
too
double
much about the
jersey.
team. He's like, so this guy,
that.
like, this is what.
The double jersey screams that.
Yeah.
And it worked when it was like, I thought it was cool when it was the light blue and the light green of Green Bay. And now it's Chicago, and it just like, it kind of looks like a turd.
Yeah.
It's like, you just kind of got a turd jersey going on here. But
he was the man, though.
he was the man. I gotta respect him a lot. He told his kids that basically that they're pussies for drinking water and that they should only drink their spit.
Yeah, so that I was like, oh, I haven't heard that one in a while.
Yeah, drink your spit. What, spit's not good enough? I was like, Jesus Christ.
And then they like ask him, and he's like, I don't drink water.
Yeah, like, okay, man.
Like, I feel like we're well past that at this point.
What?
like,
The
hey,
myth
maybe
of
stay
drinking
hydrated.
water's bad?
Right.
Yeah, I hope we're past that as a society. Well, that water weight's gonna add up. That's probably what he's saying.
Yeah, it's like, what are you, a bitch? It's like, all right.
And I like how he's also
He's
like,
just
my boys
the guy
don't.
that's just
My boys don't
stuck
talk.
in the 80s.
Oh yeah, he's living in there. He's the best because he's a meathead from the 80s. My boys don't talk in the gym. They don't say a word. They do nothing but grind.
Yeah, that guy was awesome. But Monra, when he listed off those 16 receivers that got drafted in front of him, I was like, oh, he's on my fantasy team too.
They got me on him.
Yeah,
Like
I was sold big time.
He was an easy sell. They didn't have to
Well,
force it.
No, because
They did, but they didn't have to.
Right. Well, the only information I had was Matthew Berry telling me that, like, hey, he was the only receiver last year. We might see his targets dip. And now it's like, okay, but he plays with a chip on his shoulder, and his dad's the strongest man in the world.
And he doesn't
And he
talk
has
when he
good
works
memory.
out.
So, since they
So-
were in the gym, he can remember 16 names. It's legit.
It's more than me.
He works out his whole body.
Yeah, he can do a calf raise. He won't tore his,
He can do a
his,
calf
his
raise.
Achilles. He'll have it.
Can you imagine if he tore his Achilles?
That would be so. That would be like the clip flying around. Oh, that'd be awful. Amon-Ra, he's been, a fantasy sleeper all year long, all off season, year long, and I think he's going to do well. I want to give me something from one other offensive player. We're getting two. Oh, I guess, and then David Blau. So we're getting Swift, Amon-Ra.
Jamal Williams was in it the first time.
He was, and then he wasn't in this one. I was like, where's that? I was waiting. I was like, where's the speech
It's actually
coming?
like fun.
Yeah, and did you see the end? Like during the credits, it was him and some other guy, and he said some bad.
Oh yeah, and he cracks a joke.
And the guy was like, "Oh, that's terrible." That's funny. That's what we want to see. Like we want to see.
I
Him
forget what he said.
I have no
I
idea
can't
what the
remember
joke was. Yeah, I don't know what the joke was either.
It's actually like it made me smile. And the other guy just looks at the camera. It's like,
Yeah, and
Very
like
funny.
that shit's funny. That's the type of shit we need to see.
Going back, a couple things that we missed. The Barry Sanders.
Oh yeah.
Anytime you can like slip Barry Sanders highlights in
Yep.
there,
Oh,
it's incredible.
that the Detroit Lions have been doing that for 20 years. Any opportunity, let's just slide in some Barry Sanders right there.
It's like, oh, did you forget what Barry Sanders looked like?
You guys remember Barry Sanders? That guy was great.
Like, oh, do you guys remember that he retired when he was like 24 years old because he hated playing for you so much? I was surprised that he like comes back.
I am too. The best quote was they were like, a lot of his runs weren't as straight edge as he is or whatever, and I was like, yeah, because they're line blue.
Yeah.
Line blue all the
What
time.
was he gonna do?
He was running vertically, literally back and forth until he found an opening.
Oh man. And then back to the Aiden Hutchinson's family, because everything they said was quotable,
Oh,
and the
yeah.
one daughter was like, "This is like so much different than a Michigan game." It's like, "Oh, is it really?" She's like, "It's still like the same fun football vibes, but like he's on the Lions now." I was like, "There's no way she was excited to say that. It's not like you go from like 110,000 people packed in a stadium rooting for a good
Yeah, to
football
this terrible
team
preseason game.
to like 30,000 people in a dome watching a preseason game for the worst team in NFL history.
Yeah,
That's not like
it
an
can't be-
exciting
No,
transition."
it can't be great. So, I loved the dad. The dad was, they barely showed him, and off camera, he was like, 2 plays, 2 tackles, I'll take it. I'll take it. He's just lining up. He's just worried about how his boy's playing,
He was
as he
locked
should
in.
be. Oh, he was dialed in.
He was dialed.
He texted his wife the phone emoji to show her that she was dialed.
Right, yeah. But the other thing, they like the way that the mom and the daughters react. Like he lights someone up in the backfield, and they're like, "Oh, like look at him go!"
The best was the mom.
Like he's
What was
cracking
that?
People.
What was that? And I was shocked when
The TFL.
the daughter was like, "Oh, a TFL," and when she said that, I cringed. I was like, ugh, "Who the hell says?" Oh,
Who says TFL?
man, it's my favorite. That's like motherfuckers who go int. Oh, you like that int? That was a great int. It's like, bro, come on now.
It was a TD.
It was a TD. Oh, if someone said it was a TD to me, I would just punch him. I whatever I'm doing, I'd punch him in the face. It's ridiculous.
A TFL.
And the
It's
mom
like,
was
oh,
the
good
best
for
part
you.
was like afterwards. The mom was like, "Okay." She was like, "Great,
Right on.
good job, honey." Like
But
she's
like
like,
the way,
they're
you
like,
know what I'm saying?
they're like, it's like they have a voice box. This shit's
Yeah, they do.
pre-programmed.
Yeah,
It's like he gets
seriously.
attacked and like, "Oh wow, great job, honey." It's like every time. All right, do you have a quote? Quote of the day.
It has to be at the end of the episode in the speech. Dan Campbell said, he's talking about how like some of these guys it's their only opportunity, and he goes, "Not trying to be a turd,
Yeah.
but this is reality."
Also, that statement, it's like you sound like a turd when you say that.
Right, like,
When you
that's
say
the
that
most
I'm not
turd
trying to
thing
be a
you can say.
turd, you just immediately become a turd.
I mean,
I'm not trying to be a turd or all, but
we're like, this is your only chance.
yeah.
Yeah, that's reality. It's like, dude, you're being a turd.
Yeah, you're being.
Like, why even say that you're not trying to be a turd?
No, just say you're trying to just accept it. Say you're
Yeah.
trying to be a turd.
Hey, I'm sorry, I sound like a turd.
Yeah. But yeah, you can't say that.
The use of the word turd in that sentence.
And I would expect no one else to say the word turd on HBO's Hard Knocks. Literally no one else. So it goes within character. All right, mine was just also Mr. Dan Campbell. Is Mrs. Blough here? I need a holla.
When he said that, at first I was like, what?
I was like, what? What? I was like, is this like his daughter or
What's-
is this? I was like, let's see where this goes.
Yeah. It was an interesting way to introduce that he had a track runner as a wife.
Yeah, an Olympic athlete. Let me
I need to
holla
give her
at
a
you.
holla.
Let me holla at you.
Oh, man.
All right, let's. I'm gonna look up, see whatever NFL.com says about what their, thing of the day is.
For me, the second place one was the daughter saying whatever she said about the football vibes.
Mine would be, there it is. Mine would be, my second one would be like the Marcus Mariota.
Yeah, that's.
All right, do we have a quote?
I still
here it
think
is.
if. Okay, go ahead.
Let's read it. For the quote of the week, I'm giving it to Campbell this time. Shocker, I know. The coach walked right by tight end TJ Hawkinson, who was sporting
Oh yeah.
the highest cut shorts I've ever seen in practice in my life. All right, my wife used to have shorts just like them, Campbell said. It really articulates the butt cheeks. I totally forgot T.J.
That's
Hawkinson
pretty funny.
existed, and I watched this episode.
He's like their best player.
And he says nothing.
And then Penny Sewell.
Oh, also the Josh Reynolds. We didn't talk about Josh Reynolds.
Oh, the Serpent of Smooth.
The Serpent of Smooth. Wasn't it the Serpent of Death? The Serpent of Smooth and something of
It was
Death.
yeah.
He had two nicknames for Josh Reynolds.
Oh, that's when I thought we were talking about Amon-Ra St. Brown. I was like, oh no, it's Josh Reynolds.
And
It was like the 5th receiver on the Rams.
they called him Big Smooth, the Serpent of effing Death. That he's Josh Reynolds, guys. Let's relax before we call him the Serpent of Death.
I mean, for a good player, that's a bit much.
Oh yeah, 2 nicknames for anyone that should be Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Needed.
Unless it's just like ironic. Because he's so irrelevant, he's like the Serpent.
And
of
when he
Death.
was like saying stuff, I was like, if I'm the other teammates, I'm just not listening to this guy. I was like, what am I gonna sit there and listen to Josh Reynolds?
Yeah.
Come on. And then Funches Bunches
Yeah.
out of Tutty.
Yep.
We mentioned him last episode because we totally
Funches
forgot.
bunches of oats.
Mm-hmm. He's back, and they said it.
I actually had it written down that I saw him.
Well, he said it. He said effing
Made it
Funches
great.
Bunches of Oats. I was like, oh
Right.
yeah. Oh yeah.
That and he caught a touchdown pass from Tim Boyle.
That's what we needed.
And it was a damn good catch
That's
too.
what we needed.
Good play. So I'm all in on Funches.
I like Funches. I liked him. That we talked about it last time. That Panthers year that he went off. I thought he was going to be a good player afterwards.
I mean, he went off. I think he had like.
yeah, he had a
yards,
decent. Like I don't know, going off as a wide receivers. It's like if you do good the second half of the year, they're like, oh, breakout player.
Mm-hmm, that's true.
So
Another quote that I had from David Blau. He's watching his wife on the track. He says, "Good run, honeybee." It's just like David Blau thing that could possibly be said.
The best afterwards was when his wife was like, "I'm proud of you," and the dude, he was just like, "I'm not." Like I'm gonna get cut. He's like, "I'm gonna get cut." So it wasn't a good day to be a David Blau.
Yeah, that was rough.
It was
And just to have the camera all in your face, be like, "Look at this guy. He's so sweet."
He just dropped the football. Everyone, look at this guy. Look at this clown. They just dropped the football.
And no one consoles him other than Jared Goff either.
No.
In the locker room, like a player will like come up and just kind of like.
That's what they did. Like it was like the
bit.
back off O lineman. They were just like, it was like, "Good job, buddy."
It's so gay.
It's all right.
So
He's-
gay.
I think one of the guys' names was like Skipper.
Skipper was the big guy.
Yeah, he was
Wasn't
the O
remember
lineman.
the last episode you were asking what I wanted to see more of?
Skipper.
When I was looking at the roster. I think he was the guy that's like 6'9".
Okay.
So I
Let's-
saw
yeah,
him
let's get some
and
Skipper.
I was like, oh, there he is.
All
yeah,
right.
he's 6'10".
2 episodes
And
in,
Skipper.
what do we need to see besides Skipper?
Kid.
Yeah, that kid
Kid
needs
for
some more
sure.
screen time.
And me a little bit of Hawkinson. I just want to see what his deal is.
Yeah, give me something with Hawkinson. He's got to have, like, with hair like that, you got to have some weird quirk, right?
Dang. And he's from Iowa.
Yeah.
George Kittle went to Iowa.
Yeah, there's got to be something you can
That'd
do
be
there.
something.
Yeah. I want to see more of Rodrigo. Let's get him cut. And
I want David Blau to get cut so bad.
oh, I wanted him to get cut this episode. Like I wanted him to just have to cut him after the preseason game. Like I was
He's
so ready
been
for it.
cut on the spot. I'm gonna try to find this Thanksgiving game that he started. It might have been.
It might have been last year. Yeah.
Or no,
it was 2 years ago when Matt Stafford was hurt.
Right.
So it was 2 years ago. I remember exactly. I know where I was for the David Blau Thanksgiving game.
All right. Well, this says David Blau took big steps making his case to be the number 2 quarterback.
Don't read spoilers.
I don't. No, not. This is from 5 days ago.
Oh. That's weird.
It's also from fan-sided, so it's not like.
Oh. It's not
Let's
reported.
see. Made his case to take over Tim Boyle. Aha! Blau 75-yard touchdown to Kenny Galladay early on Thanksgiving 2019.
I remember
It
that.
was mostly downhill from there.
Is that what it says?
Yeah. Thanksgiving Lions 2019. There's Lions.
Let's see the stats.
24-20. Okay.
Not bad.
So Detroit jumped out 14-7 after the first quarter. Then
Didn't Mitch bring him back?
collapsed. Blau threw for 280 yards. Wow.
Wasn't
2
enough.
touchdowns, 1 pick. Not bad.
Did they win?
Yeah. They did not. Did they win
All right, that's what I thought.
Thanksgiving?
Yeah, it's the Lions on Thanksgiving. Yeah, Mitch rallied back, didn't it?
Mitch threw for 340 yards.
Vintage Mitch.
That's
Vintage.
prime Mitch.
I'm so excited to see Mitch on the Steelers. We haven't talked about it enough. We always kind of just
If he doesn't win the job, I'm gonna be pissed.
If we see Mason Rudolph out there, I'm gonna kill Mike Tomlin. I'm gonna go to his house and tell him that I know football better than he does, and that Mitch Trubisky is the future.
Feels like Mason Rudolph has been there for 7 years, and every year he's just as bad.
Just as bad. Mitch to George Pickens is gonna be insane.
What about Pickett to Pickens?
Pickett to Pickens? You know, I don't care about Pickens. Besides that, he has 2 gloves. Pickett 2 gloves.
Is he a 2-glove guy?
He is. He's gonna be 2-glove in the
I know
NFL.
that.
I'm excited. We need another 2-glove in the life. Kenny
It's
2
true.
gloves. All right.
Where's the original 2 gloves?
Teddy.
No, where?
Oh, he's back up for the Broncos. Is
he still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because they
Hell of a
traded
backup.
Locke instead of him.
Hmm.
Yep.
Classic.
Backing up Broncos country. That's right.
I hate him so much.
All right. We'll
Despise
end this off
myself.
with I got the new Madden because of course I did, and I hate my life, and it's the same cycle every year. And I got this. It was like pre-order it now, and it was like right on the Xbox store, and I had to buy this like $100 version. I was like, fuck it, I'll just buy $100.
Did you spend $100 on Madden?
I did spend $100 on that.
Oh my gosh.
I have a problem, okay?
If you're a longtime listener too, you've heard us talk about Madden and him say like, "I hate this game. I can't believe I buy it every year." And then August rolls around.
Every year, and it's
Oh,
like,
Madden.
got the new Madden.
And I'm so excited. It's gonna be different this year.
It's not. It's not gonna be.
Of course, it's not.
No, so there is the little different in the passing. They just made passing harder, so that's great.
Oh, great! It made offense more hard.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm excited to. Me and my buddy, we're doing like a franchise. I'm Broncos country. I'm excited. I'm excited to ride.
I think the last time I played Madden regularly was the online franchise that we did, and I literally had to quit because it was so damaging to my mental health.
It was awful.
I could not deal with it.
Yeah, it was awful.
And
I
I
blew a
don't even
game
know
today, and I was like gonna get mad. Like the fume was coming, and I was just like, take a breath. It's alright. It's just Madden.
And
And
I'm
I
not
quit
someone who
anyway.
gets mad either. Like I don't have a lot of anger in me, but it's a couple things that will get to me every time, and Madden is like 1A on that list. I can't handle it.
I'm glad, like I am now like I guess it's technically a fraternity house. It's pretty much like there's people in and out all the time, and there's people playing 2K all the time in the neighborhood. So I would walk over, play some 2K, and I'm kind of cheeks. I'm getting better at, especially blacktop. I'm getting better at. But if we play the full game, like I'm gonna be garbage, and it's so hard for me to not get angry and like start yelling at everybody. So I'm serious. It's. I just hold my breath and just like accept the loss.
Just bottle it all up.
Yep. I'd have
Wait
to.
till the football games, and then you can scream.
Dude, so my roommate, literally right there, that door, is a Bills fan. But he's not only a Bills fan, but a cocky Bills fan. Which I don't even know how that's possible. Like, every time he says anything, I'm just like, dude, you literally have 0 rings. And it ends there. But he doesn't back down on any of his takes. And I already know football season, I'm going to want to kill myself. Like, literally blow my brains out.
I think
And I think weeks that they play together, I'm not going to be able to be in the same room as him.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's like when the Eagles play the Redskins in my house and we just watch in separate rooms.
I think I might have to do that.
And it's super civil.
Yep.
Because no one says anything.
Yeah.
Like before the game we're fine, after the game we're fine. It's just we don't talk about it.
Game never happened.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Game never happened.
But luckily for me, I don't know a Cowboys fan that I would ever like be speaking to.
Yeah.
Aside from my cousin, but like someone that I live near.
Yeah.
I don't think there's even a Giants fan that I know.
Nolan.
Yeah, but I'm not like I don't encounter Nolan very often. So yeah, I'm glad that's a tough spot.
It's gonna be annoying, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine, especially when Mac Jones lays his monster cock on Josh Allen's face. It's gonna be really funny.
What was the tweet the Mac Jones thing that he said?
Let me read it. So this was a fake report.
Yeah.
But let me
I couldn't tell when you sent it to me.
I want to see what
you
say.
knew it was fake or not, because then I clicked on the account and the guy has a double PhD in journalism and female anatomy.
Yeah, the guy's
like, all right, well.
And the guy that I found it from, it was a retweet that's like, I can't believe people thought this was real. All right, Mac Jones went up to Brian Burns following a long touchdown pass to Taquan Thornton. Hold my nuts, little bitch, which led to a massive brawl.
Well, because there actually was a brawl, right?
Yes, yeah.
So that's why I was like, wait a minute.
Hold my nuts, little bitch. If he said that, I would buy 5 more jerseys. Like today. I would have every single color, every variation of Mac Jones jerseys.
Oh my gosh. And it's just like he's the last person that you would expect to say something. I guess that's what makes it so funny. But it's like when he grittied in the Pro Bowl. Because he's like, we were talking about how Hutchinson's the whitest family. Like, he's got to be the whitest player in the NFL. Other than Kirk Cousins, maybe.
Yeah,
and David Blau.
He's like, and especially it's like he's from Jacksonville, Florida. He's from Alabama.
Right.
This rich kid, played tennis when he grew up. All the baby pictures of him are ridiculous when you look him up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like when you see him do something like that. Yeah, that's what I loved. I absolutely loved when the gritty happened. Even though it didn't even count. It wasn't even a touchdown, but he just did it anyways.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's fun.
He is fun, and it's surprising. It's a good fun. Like I wasn't expecting it.
It's not cringe.
No, when he got drafted, I was like, oh, we're never gonna hear about him. No one's ever gonna talk about the Pats, and he's not. Yeah, he's doing fine in his young career. All right,
Carson Wentz is fun.
Carson Wentz is not fun.
He's the least fun person.
he's not fun at all. There's never like I watched a video with him. They were like, "How well do you know your quarterback?" And it's like, they were all like,
He likes ducks.
Yeah. They're like, so apparently he's friends with Mike Trout, and like if you're if you're a teammate, I guess you should know that. And they're like, what's a famous athlete that he's like friends with? And all of them are just like, me.
Was this from this season or what he's on?
This season. This season. Yeah, it's all of his teammates just like, I don't know.
I don't know if I want to watch that because I'll lose faith.
I'll try to find it. Try to keep the culture strong. All right. Is that it?
All I got.
We got a lot of miscellaneous NFL in the back. I like it.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, that's what these NFL season episodes, like, we can talk for so long.
Yeah,
there's really not much going on right now.
No, it's all make believe right now.
Right. And when there's stuff, it's just this times 1,000.
Yes. All right. That does it. Thank you all for listening. Sorry for the audio difficulties at the beginning. And we'll see everybody next week. And we're going to discuss, we might have to switch up the days. we'll look at because both schools are starting for us, so we'll look at our schedules and we'll let you guys know. But thank you guys all for listening. See you guys all next time.